It's a real struggle. Well done, liner. Well done, wasn't it? Little slipped inside ball from Gendry to Roy, who's inside his fullback. Howdo everybody, and welcome back to the evolution of Everton. You join me after what I can only describe as been the most mediocre transfer window in transfer history. You're welcome. It's been absolutely bobbins, if I'm perfectly honest with you. The board gave me next to nothing, so I've had to stretch and make things do, to be perfectly honest. We have seen a couple of players go out, we've seen a couple of players come in. None of the players that have come in were Category A targets, and none of the players that have gone out were lads that I would have potentially taken to try and get some money to come in. So, without further ado, let's get into the boring nature of what we've actually got going on. In terms of the ins, 18.5 million, so as you can see, not a lot of money's been spent. The lion's share of that has gone on Habib Diarra, who is our defensive midfield cover. We've brought in Raul Blanco as a centre midfielder cover, and we've brought in Borja Sainz as a left midfielder cover. I'll show you all of those in a minute. The big news is Dwight McNeil has in fact gone out the door. The £75,000 a month drain on our finances has eventually left the building, and he left for 3.6 million. My days have I tried to get rid of him, but I'm glad he's gone. Rio's gone out the door as well. Obviously he wanted to go. I agree with this. Not for us. He wasn't for us. He's gone to Portsmouth for 7.5 million, rising to 9.5, who are in the Championship, by the way. So, you know, nice pickup for them, I suppose. For us, not so much. We saw a few go out on frees. Martin Sharif wasn't... I'd have liked to have kept him around, but I couldn't guarantee him the football he wanted. Bradley Moonan's also gone out. A couple of lads gone out on loans, so that's good. Looking to try and develop them for the future generations. And it is also worth noting, we did pick up a centre-half from Fulham for his minimum release fee in Jorge Cunsea. Cunsea? He was our B target for central defence. To be fair, he's not that bad. I quite like him. In fact, he's a decent lad, professional, solid unit, 6'2". So not the worst pickup, and we got him for his release fee when Fulham went down. The lad we did want to pick up, though, ended up signing for our Scouse brethren in Liverpool. So that was far from ideal. Let me show you him. He was available on a free. Jonas wanted him as our priority target, but I guess we didn't offer him enough money. We were close to 200k a week for Josep Sutalo. See, we offered him plenty, and he's gone to Liverpool, who I can only assume are up there in Champions League football, and therefore that's what he wanted as an elite centre-half. He was on a free, he was playing in Saudi Arabia, I believe. Yes, he was. Available on a free. Jonas said to me, listen, there's a chance to get him. We said, yes, please. But unfortunately, he's opted to go to the other side of Stanley Park. So that's happened. All in all, then, let's have a quick look at the players we have brought in. Let's try and be a little bit positive. Let's try and do that. Borja Sainz, like I said, he's going to be a backup left winger. Pacey, quite like that. Decent amount of flair. Willing to run at players. Not bad for a free. You know, he's worth 34 million, so we'll take it. He's a good backup to Kuna, although he's damaged his kneecap in a friendly and he's been out for the best part of all of pre-season, so he's got a long way to come back. Habib Diarra is going to cover for James Garner in that role there as a defensive midfielder. He can pass, he's young, he's adaptable. I quite like him, determined, good, a decent all-round cover, right? He's not gonna pull up trees, I don't think, but I like him. I do like him. And then Raul Blanco is coming on loan from Napoli. Cover for Mazzala, cover for what will now be Dewsbury Hall. So, you know, nothing crazy there, but he's going to do a job for us in and around the squad. And that's where we are, right? We've got 2.3 million left. I managed to do all of this whilst still selling the best part of £10 million worth of players. It's a real struggle. The media think we're going to finish 12th. As a quick overview, let's have a quick look at that for you so you can see exactly where we're anticipated to be, right? We're down there in 12th, and there's a reason for it. isn't there, boys and girls? There's a reason. It's going to be what it's going to be this season. I'm going to give it everything. We're going to try and win. We're only in 3 competitions, so we're going to try and get a couple more pots in the van if we can, right? I'm going to give this season and next season, if I've still got a job, to see if I can get us to the point where we can win a league or at least compete at the higher echelons of European football. But we'll see. I'm not particularly enamoured with my own work in the summer. I am blaming it a lot on Karen, right? You know, we've got a new stadium. We didn't capitalise on the money that came in from Champions League football. We didn't capitalise when it came to the sponsorship opportunities that presented. So I'm a bit disappointed with her. But there we go. Today we're going to take on Burnley. We're already in the dressing room. You know, the shape's familiar, the side's familiar. Quensa. What's his first name? George. Absolutely George is going to pick up there in that left-sided centre-half. Jake O'Brien on the right side. Gendry and Dorgu as our full-backs. Familiar midfield triangle. Kuna on the left, Roy on the right-hand side, and then Luca up top. Nothing too surprising there. We are short in a couple of areas, and that's just as a result of the fact that we don't have the deepest squad anymore, and we have to accept that. In reality, Al-Arouche Mohamed Little Mo has been superb in pre-season. He scored an absolute worldie as well. Really excited to see what he can go on and do. He's going to be in and around the first team this season, so you will start to see a little bit more of him as well. I'm hoping second season syndrome now. Kai George can start to kick in and do a job for us. He's got bags of ability. I'd love to see him show it on the football pitch. Let's see what he can do for us as well. That's where we are. The only player that I'd like to see potentially go out the door is James Garner. He will not sign a new contract. He's had his valuation dropped. He wanted to make sure that he was in a viable position to get a move. So I've offered him for 60 million rather than the 84 we had before. He is wanted by the likes of City and Barcelona because he's class. If I can sell him for that kind of money, I will try and do it. It will give us the money to spend. Hopefully we can try and do something at the end of the window. We'll see. Fingers crossed. But today we're going to take on the newly promoted Burnley and we'll see where we can get to, right? In theory, we're at Bradley-Moore Dock. We should be able to go and get a win here. We should be able to compete with these guys no problem whatsoever. And I'm hoping we get off to a good start, right? That's what we've got to hope for, isn't it? That's what we've got to hope for. Outstretched arms, stick to the plan, stick patient, do what we do what we know best, keep the ball, attack, a bit of fluidity. Let's see what we can do. Chris, 4-4-2, talk to me. Are you confident in your preparation? Yes, I am absolutely confident. We're properly prepared and we're ready for anything. Of course, I'd rather him be available. We're confident we can get through his match without him, Chris. Thanks very much. When two so similar teams, that bodes well, doesn't it? Yeah, it's all about execution. I say that a lot on the training pitch. Execution. And it is all about execution. As long as the idea's right, we've got to get it right technically then, haven't we, when we go and execute. So yeah, it is. You're dead right, Chris. Anyway, mustache. We're off. We are underway. And Burnley have a free kick early doors. Are they going to try and play football? We've won it back and Kuna's on it. Kuna's booked early, by the way. That doesn't bode well. Ball out to Dorgu. Kuna's on the over, and he's got it. Can he box? No, he's back to Dorgu. Inside for Garner. Kuna again, and Luca. That is lovely football. The flag is up. I'm not entirely sure he was, to be honest, ref. The football was lovely. What are we saying? It's been disallowed. He was off. Who was off, though? Who was off? Not Kuna. Oh, Luke, to be fair, he's miles off. Absolutely miles off. Well done, Liner. Well done. Shame. Lovely football. Good signs, though, right? Good signs. Corner. Dewsbury Hall with his left foot's boxed. Looking for Luca. James Trafford comes and claims who is still at Burnley. Tremendous keeper in real life. Really like him. I think he was ex-City. Very, very good goalie. Burnley are on the ball now as they look to try and form their own attack. They've clipped inside, but only as far as Gibbs White. Kuna's going to run at his fullback again. He's gone all the way to the byline, cut it back for Dewsbury Hall, inside, back out to Garner from distance. Garner's hit one from distance. It's found the back of the net. We are most definitely 1-0 up, and we deserve every inch of that lead. That was lovely. Kuna drove his fullback and his winger all the way to the byline there, which created a massive pocket of space. And then this one, well, he's got that in the locker. Trafford was way off his line. Probably not in the best starting position as a keeper. But doesn't matter to us. We will absolutely take it as we take the lead in our opening game of the season. Let me know what you think we're going to do then in the comments. Be very, very interested to see what you think. What do you think of the players we've brought in? What do you think of the fact we've only managed to ship 2 out? Let me know where you think we're going to finish. Do it nice and early so we know where we think we're going to be. I think I'm going to push for Europe again. We've got 3 competitions to focus on. Can we try and make sure that that's to our benefit by staying fit? If we can keep our 11 fit, then we stand a chance. And by the way, if I can't get that 60 million for Garner, I'm just going to keep him and let him run his contract down. Because I think having him in and around the team for this season to try and get as high as we can physically get is probably worth more than maybe 30 million that we'll be able to get for him in January. So I think we're going to do that. That was lovely football, by the way, wasn't it? Little slipped inside ball from Gendry to Roy, who's inside his fullback and just finds a side netting. You can't expect Trafford to save that, and we are 2 up. Superb football. Good to see, and good that we're putting a team like Burnley to the sword, because you'd expect us to, right? Still on it though. We're still keeping this ball really well. Burnley have not managed to get out so far. Good to see the lads operating in pockets of space. Lovely ball for Roy again. Can he do it again? He can. Trafford's probably disappointed with that one. Was Roy offside though? Was Roy offside? The liner didn't look to flag at that point. That looked to be VAR telling the referee he might be off. Is he off? Oh, I don't know. That fullback on the left-hand side looked to play him on. And he has played him on. I think we've been given the goal. Their right back was... Look, you can see it here. There you go. See, he knows what he's talking. There we go. Offside. No. Get on with it. Get on with it. Nonsense. 3-0. 3-0 and we're starting to push now. It's good to see. 4 shots on target. 3 have been executed, which is what we talked about in the dressing room. We can't complain with the lads there, can we? They've done exactly what we asked them to do. We're ahead on the scoreboard. You've created loads. Keep doing what you're doing, lads. And we've got a kick-off highlight. What can we do from here? Ideally, we keep it and create a chance. I'm not too concerned if it goes in. What I don't want to see is Burnley come out of the traps. Roy inside to Gibbs White. Gibbs White driven into the box and he's had a go and it's a goal kick and it looks like that will be it, and it will. We'll take that. We'll take that. As long as it didn't convert to a Burnley chance, we're more than happy to see us get the ball moving. 60 minutes we'll make a couple of changes. You will see El Rouge come on. And all being well, he can step in and try and insert himself onto the game because he's going to come on for Gibbs White. On you go, son. Blanco's going to come on for Dewsbury Hall in that Mazzala role. He's going to go and do that. And Kyle George on for Luca. 3 changes that hopefully will keep us in the game, but more importantly, it gets minutes in lads who we want to see have an effect this season. So let's see what they can do as they step onto the pitch. As we get towards 80, we will make a couple more changes again, purely for legs though on this occasion. There we go. There's 80. Kuna's tired. Branthwaite's probably not the choice I would make, if I'm honest with you, Richie. Thanks for the offer though, but we won't do that. Diarra's going to come on for Garner. On you go. Go and get yourself on the pitch and go and do something for me. And then, yeah, Dog who's tired. I could make that change. But I'm not going to. I'm going to throw Chimiti on for Kuna and I'm going to drop Kai George into that left wing role and get them out and make sure that they can have some minutes on the pitch and the rest of the lads can rest. Burnley chance though, long throw, Amadouni. He can cut it back, but he doesn't. He boxes for Hannibal. Hannibal nods over. Didn't really look like it was troubling Pickford, if we're honest. We've not had anything on target second half, which is disappointing. Blanco's found Gendry though with a big clip switch. Gendry's going to run at his man and he stood one up for us. He looked to try and find Roy but didn't. George into the box. Roy had a volley. It looks like it was deflected wide though for a corner. Roy's going to box. A lot of the heights come out of the team. Can we find anybody? Chimiti tried to win the ball. Was it pushed over? I think it was. It was a lovely save if it was. Chimiti attacked that really well at the near post. Roy's going to go again. He has done. Looking to find Jake O'Brien. Al Rouge comes back and wins the ball. Is it going to come to anything? Back inside to Gendry. No, it's going to come to nothing. One of those typical highlights. Hannibal for Burnley with a free kick. They've loaded up in our box. They're going to look to try and hit one into areas. He's clipped. Sirkin, he looked like he was offside there, but he's hit the post and it's come to nothing for Burnley, thankfully. I'd like to keep the clean sheet at this stage. And there it is. It's full time. It's 3-0. A great way to open the Premier League season. Let's not get carried away. Of course not. But let's open our arms. Well done. That'll do for me, lads. Really, really well done. And it was good football. Dominance. Absolutely. Good organisation, and we were decisive. Clean strike. Real moment of beauty. One that he deserves. Absolutely. Nothing can be taken from this, right, other than the fact that we've done our jobs and we've done it well. And we'll absolutely take that. Of course we will. Of course we will. I suppose for us, it's going to be, when are you next going to see us again? I'm being dead open with you. I'm going to give myself another season and a half, well, 2 seasons, I suppose, given the stage of the season we're at. And we'll see how far we can actually get Everton. Can we evolve them any more than we already have, from that relegation battling team to the team that really is in that best of the rest position? I think we come back at the end of the transfer window as we would do normally. We come back maybe for the Leicester game at home. That way the window's slammed shut. We see if Garner's stayed or if he's gone. We take on Leicester and we talk about where we think we're going to finish, having played, 4 Premier League games and the opening game in the Carabao Cup. Let's do that. You'll see us against Leicester then. Thoughts in the comments. Let me know in terms of the window. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think I should do with Garner. Although by the time you see me again, in all likelihood, the decision will have already been made, but it'd be good to know your thoughts anyway. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.